I know some of you know I'm breathing a sigh of relief that we're back in gospel order. Because some of you know how I love the gospel. However, this particular passage today is kind of a toughie. So those of you who want to read along with me, please go ahead and turn to Mark 7. And you'll notice that the verses kind of skip around, or not skip around, they just leave out chunks of verses. It tries to keep a certain continuity. So beginning with verse 1 of chapter 7 of Mark's Gospel. Now, when the Pharisees and some of the scribes who had come from Jerusalem gathered around him, they noticed that some of his disciples were eating with defiled hands, that is, without washing them. For the Pharisees and all the Jews do not eat unless they thoroughly wash their hands, thus observing the tradition of the elders, and they do not keep anything from the market unless they wash it. And there are also many other traditions that they observe, the washing of cups, pots, and bronze kettles. So the Pharisees and the scribes asked him, "Why do your disciples not live according to the tradition of the elders, but eat with defiled hands?" And he said to them, "Isaiah prophesied rightly about you hypocrites, as it is written, 'The people honors me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. In vain do they worship me, teaching human precepts as doctrines. You abandon the commandment of God and hold to human tradition.'" Then he called the crowd again and said to them, "Listen to me, all of you, and understand. There is nothing outside a person that by going in can defile, but things that come out are what defile." And he said, "It is what comes out of a person that defiles, for it is from within, from the human heart, that evil intentions come. Fornication, theft, murder, adultery, avarice, wickedness, deceit, licentiousness, envy, slander, pride, folly. All these evil things come from within, and they defile a person." Thus ends the reading of the word. How many of you watch Monk? Come on. You don't watch Monk? Oh, gosh, it was my whole premise. I guess I just have to forget the sermon. Every time Monk shakes someone's hand, he turns to his assistant for a wipe. To wipe off the germs that he got from touching someone else's hand. When he turns faucets with a handkerchief, so he won't get his hands dirty with germs. What Mark is talking about today is not monkish cleanliness. What Mark is talking about today has nothing to do with germs, because in the first century they didn't know anything about germs. In Moses' time, when Moses said, "Clean your hands, wash your hands," he wasn't talking about germs. The tradition of hand washing has to do with a ritual of separation. The ritual of hand washing is to participate in an act of rinsing your hands with water and making sure that you have cleansed off anything unclean that you have touched. Come and help me, please. So the ritual, when Mark says the ritual is about cleansing their hands thoroughly, yeah, like the nature do. Now, some of you over there can't see, so we'll switch positions. Okay, now let's switch positions. they won't be able to see you. Okay. Anybody recognize that gesture? In Scripture. In Scripture. Do you recognize it from Scripture? Who did it? Huh? Who did it in Scripture? Who does everybody know did that in Scripture? Right after sentencing Jesus Christ to be crucified, who did that? Pontius Pilate did that. What was Pontius Pilate doing? Say it again, louder, David.
Washing his hands of Jesus and
washing his hands of the whole mess. That's the ritual that Pontius Pilate did. He wasn't cleaning his hands, he was washing his hands. The ritual that is talked about and discussed in Exodus, the cleansing, the pouring the water, the ritual cleansing of the hands, is a separation cleansing. This is one that distinguishes the sons of Aaron from all of the regular folks. Only the sons of Aaron in the Leviticus, in the book of laws, were expected to do this ritual cleansing of their hands. Only the sons of Aaron who were the priests, because this differentiated them. It separated them. It created a boundary and made them different from the regular folks. They had to wash and cleanse their hands ritually before entering the Holy of Holies, where the Ark of the Covenant was kept.